Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani. Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 63. Let's begin. Let's look at the very first word here. Let's see what we can do. So we have alif, then we have a noon, no, and then we have a go. So far what it reads is, written in Hindi or Urdu, what it reads is anag. Anag is what it says, anag. We don't need the anag. The sound that we're looking for, the beginning sound of the word that we're about to write is not anag. The sound in the beginning is ang. This noon is nasalized, ang. So in Hindi, well, let's first talk about Urdu. In Urdu, you still have to write the entire noon. You still have to write the whole na, but on top of it, let me write a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. So here's your noon, and then on top of that, you make a symbol like that, which, by the way, is the exact same symbol that you're going to see in the Hindi in a second. So in Hindi, what you do is you take out the n na completely, entirely taken out, and then on top of the you're going to put a dot and this half a moon. This half a moon that you see there is exactly what you see here. And that symbol on top of the na tells the reader that it is not a na, it's not pronounced na, it's to be nasalized. It's not pronounced in its entirety, it's not pronounced whole in its entirety, but it's nasalized. Ang. And we have to bring the ga closer, obviously. Ang. Then we have a ra. Ra. This letter is called re in Urdu, and it looks like it has a dot underneath it. And this letter, the difference is that this comes down straight and then come down, and this one goes like that. And this is the da. It's the same exact letter, but ra has a dot on it. Ra and da. Ra is what you will need if you're writing the word ladka. Ladka will require re. Dabba. Dabba will require de. We need a re here. Ang, ra, we need ra, a ki matra. Ang, ra. And then you need e, which is alif and a badi. E, which is badi. And now it reads angrai. Now it reads angrai. We have to put all of that together. Let's do it together. So this is how it looks like. Alif, noon, ga, re. And don't forget to put the symbol on top of it to remind ourselves that it's nasalized. Re, alif, and then when alif is followed by chotiye, or badiye, or wow, we know we have to use a symbol. Alif is replaced by something called hamza. Hamza looks like this. And you put that on top of the chotiye. So you make a line like this and make a chotiye, and now it reads angrai. You know what angrai is, do you? Do you understand what angrai means? Angrai is not exactly yawning. It's not exactly yawning. I don't know the word myself in English, but angrai is what one does when one gets up in the morning. When you get up in the morning and you're still kind of drowsy and not quite awake, and you stretch your body, that's angrai. That's all I can do. I don't know what the word is in English. That's called angrai, singular. What we need here is plural. We don't need angrai, we need many of them. What we're looking for is angraiya, angraiya. So we have angrai. When this one, so and now at the end we need ya. But it's not a ya, it's not angraiya, it's angraiya. Other nasalized n at the end. So we put a dot on top of it, angraiya. So we need a ya and a nun gunna. Now what's going to happen is that when you run into a situation like this, where E appears in the middle of the spelling, this E right here, alif alif and a choti hai. When it appears in the middle of the spelling, which is what this is, then it is not written like this. It only takes a loop. It takes a tiny loop. You will have to bring it down. It takes a tiny loop and you bring it down. And this part that you see there is the E. And now it reads angrai, angraiya, angraiya. Just like here, angraiya, angraiya. Let's put it together. Let's put it on the top. Well, it's almost done. We just have to put it together. This part is going to stay the same. There. That reads angraiya. Angraiya. Lekar. Lekar. Le. Kar. Meri, me, re. The next word is the vocab word. The word we are looking for is this. Ba. Let's do it the wrong way first. Ba, no, ha. There is no such word. There is no such word called ba na ha, because na here is not pronounced in its entirety. It's nasalized. It's not ba na ha. The word we are looking for is ba. So we put the same thing what we did before, ba. Same symbol. And this na is going to go away. And we have to put a symbol on top of it like this. And bring the ha closer. And now it reads ba. Ba. You know what ba means? Ba means arm. One, just singular, ba. Let's put them together. When we put them together, okay, this is the tricky part. When you put it together, this noon that you see here is going to look like this, and then ha, like that. Ba. Ba. Singular. Sometimes the noon, instead of written like this, like a loop, you may see it like this, ba, and you may see it like this. It goes like this, that's a noon, that's an n. It's also sometimes written like that, and then you have a ha. They are both the same. That's just a different way of writing. We don't need a ba, we don't need a singular, we need plural. We need bahen. We need bahon rather, bahon. So we have a ba, 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 ho. But again, it's not ho, it's ho, ba, ho. So we put another symbol like that to produce a second nasalized sound, ba, ho, ba, ho. Now I'm going to write it differently, in a little bit better way, a little bit of a grown-up way. Here we go. Ba, ba. No, that was not very grown up. I'm going to stick with what I know. Ba, ba, hon. That's the best I can do. अंगड़ाई लेकर मेरी बाहों के and the next word is also a vocab word, and the word is this. So, ha, Saharna. So, ha, ra, Saharna. Do you know what Saharna means? Saharna means, Saharna has two meanings. It means to support. It means to support the weight of something. The weight of something. That's the meaning that we're going to use here in this context. But saharna or seherna also means to bear, to tolerate, to endure, to brook. But these meanings are not what are going to be used. These meanings are not the ones that are being used here. It's this meaning that we're looking for, which means to support the weight of something. So what it says is that अंगड़ाइयाँ लेकर मेरी बाहों के सहारे, अंगड़ाइयाँ लेकर मेरी बाहों के सहारे. We don't need सहारना, we need सहारे. सहारे. Sahare means support. So if you remember the last 2-3 days, the story goes like this. So there is this young couple. They were sitting under the tree, under the shade of a tree in Kashmir Valley, overlooking the exhilarating scene of Kashmir. So you have to picture the whole thing in your mind. And they were sitting together, and she's sitting right in front of him, and what he says is that and she takes a stretch, and she's supported by his arms because he's sitting in the back. That's what he says here. If you don't understand the line, then obviously you cannot appreciate the poetry. Let's look at what the next line says. Because now that I understand the words, next time when I listen to it, I fully enjoy it. The next line that we're going to do, the very first word is a vocab word. Here's the word. Go. We don't need a go, we need a gu. Gu, lo, and na. Gulna. Again, gulna has two meanings. The first meaning of the word gulna is to be cooked well. Gulna. It also means to soften. To soften. It also means to melt. Those are not the meaning we're going to be looking for right now. Those are not the meaning we're going to be using here. The second meaning of the word gulna is to be mortified, to be embarrassed. If you're embarrassed, you're mortified. If you're ashamed, that's called gulna. A synonym of let's learn the word synonym of gulna. Gulna is not what we use in our daily life. We use a simpler word, a synonym, which is this word right here. I'm just going to write it. Sure. That's what it says. Sure. And then we have a mi with a choti ki matra. Sure. Min. Da. Sharminda. It ends with a ha. Sharminda. Even though it's a ki matra. Sharminda. Sharminda hona means to be ashamed because you've done something and you are ashamed. Sharminda ho gaya. Sharminda and gulna, same thing. Gulna and sharminda is the same thing, except here the word that they use gulna. So the meaning we're looking for of this word is the second meaning, not the first meaning. Because the first meaning of the word gulna has to do with cooking. That's not what we're looking for. Here, what the poet says is that she, the girl in this story, was mortified. She was embarrassed because she just took the angrai unki bahon ke sahare. Next, was supported by his arm. She stretched and she turned around, looked at him, and she was kind of a bit ashamed, a bit embarrassed. Let's continue. So the word here, so gulna is the actual word, and from the word gulnar we have gulnar. Gulnar means to be ashamed. Gulnar. Gulnar. Just put them together. I shouldn't have written it so high. So this is what it's going to look like. Pay attention. So when G is written, when the G is about to join something, it takes this form. It takes this form. That's a G. That's this thing. And it's about to join the L. But of course we don't write it like that. So it's in a written form. It just looks like this. That's a G and a L. And then you put U ki matra, Gul, Gulnar. There you go. That's how it's written. Just write it on the top. Gul, Gulnar. Gulnar means ashamed, embarrassed. Gulnar Nazar. We have done this word before, so I'm not going to spend time. Nazar means look, glance, a look or a glance. Nazar. Gulnar Nazar. आई थी आ ई बड़ी बड़ी आ ई. And you know what this is? This thing that you see there is alif and a choti here. Written together, it goes like this. That's what that is. Gulnar nazar आई थी wo. All of this word we have done before. I don't want to keep repeating it. Wo is going to be written in Hindi as wo and o ki matra. In Urdu is written with wow and a he. Gulnar nazar aayi thi wo sharam. Let me rewrite it. Sharam. This is sh. Two loop for sh, then a r, sh, and then a meme. Sharam. Sh, ra, no, sharam. But most people will not write it like this. They will just do what I just did before. Sharam. Gulnar nazar aayi thi wo sharam ke mare. Ma-re. Very good. Gulnar nazar aayi thi wo sharam ke mare. Gulnar means embarrassed. Nazar ana means to have a look of. She looked very embarrassed because she was full of shame. She was full of shame because in the previous line we know what she did. उसने अंगड़ाई ली थी उसकी बाहों के सहारे, बंदे की बाहों के सहारे. अंगड़ाई लेकर मेरी बाहों के सहारे गुलनार नजर आई थी वो शर्म के मारे. श अंगड़ाई. Let me say it slowly. अंगड़ाई लेकर मेरी बाहों के सहारे गुलनार नजर आई थी वो शर्म के मारे. That was it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.